Hey, we got Bob Nunn in the
Hello.
house. Hey, Bob, I remember you from a YouTube comment that we were just replying to. Good to see you in the Zoom room.
Yep. Great to see you guys. Thank you for joining us live. And as always, these videos are going up as replays. So some people are watching it after. I guess I can thank you as well, but we especially love the live engagements. Our goal is, though, to have these times and spaces to provide high quality, action focused content.
Mhm.
That's what we're all about on these coaching sessions. So if you don't have a notepad and paper, um, this might be a good time to scramble and go grab something so you can actually take away at least one nugget that's going to help build your business. That's our goal on these sessions. Anything to add to that, Alex?
No, we love these sessions because number one, we get to give some really highly focused training that you get to hear
Yeah.
from directly myself and Will. And then the training, evolves. Like if you start from the first video and you kind of watch that, we had, well, we were like, okay, we got to create content for this because this is what our users are asking for. And now, having been more than 2 weeks in, we're still creating content on a regular basis, but the content is really getting tweaked around specifically your concerns and your questions, and you guys saying, "This is what I'm looking to do," and I love that as the, as the guy that's casting vision for Agent CRM and building for the future of Agent CRM. This is invaluable for me because now I get to hear what our users are A, using the system for, and B, where they're getting stuck. So these sessions are awesome. We got some super users here that show up a lot, like our man Rod. So we love that because then we get to see Rod's journey and we get to see, where he's getting, stuck, if he's getting stuck at all, or if he's just here to learn. So
That's right.
we're already getting some questions in the chat from folks, so we'll be able to dive into that later on in this call as well, which is great.
Yeah.
Again, we're just bobbing and weaving with the questions that come in and being like, how can we serve our power users?
Come on. Yeah. And especially for those who come to this call live, we are today going to be a little bit more free flow. We want to know more like, hey, what's happening on this call? Some sessions we have focused on specific topics and dive real deep. So I'm kind of curious what's going to come up today. What are we going to dive into? But we have a lot of past content on the YouTube channel. We're really building this up. So some of you subscribing to that channel is going to be a great way just to watch the content. I've got another video coming out on smart lists and organizing your clients. That was Wednesday. I'm a bit behind on the replay, but what have we talked about so far, Alex?
We've gone over, really we started with the new lead campaign. I think that was the first one that we did. And we talked about, actually, that wasn't the first one. That was a great one. So it was about when a new lead comes in, how are the branding bundles set up to make it so that you're capitalizing on the new lead? And then what is the flow that happens when the new lead comes in? We talk about our nurturing. And so that was really good. We've done
Yeah.
I think we've done a great job of titling these so you can just kind of like quickly browse through. But one of the best ones that we've done so far, one of the things that I think has gotten people to take a lot of action, Will, is the holiday one that you did.
Yeah.
When I wasn't able to when I wasn't able to come, Will hopped on here and did a very thorough demonstration of how to
Yeah.
create a holiday campaign, specifically around Christmas, because it's that time of the year, and then how to send that off. And I mean, it was a really well done. Some of the other videos that we've done are a little bit more broad because those are some of the questions people have. What can Agent CRM do? How can I generate leads using a CRM? How should I, one of the things that we hear is like, how can I maximize the CRM? Well,
Yeah.
maximizing the CRM really starts with how to maximize your day and plan for it. And so
Yeah.
Will did a really good deep dive into a day in the life of a CRM user. So we've gone over quite a few things. We got some great content here for you guys to check out.
Yeah. So go in and take some time and browse, find what is a pain point in your business.
Mhm.
And for those of you who are watching the replay, maybe this is an opportunity to say, hey, pause, maybe go find a different replay based on a need that you have
Mhm.
in your business. Maybe you found the right video and stumbled across this, and this is the right video, but we're trying to solve specific pain points or problems or questions because you're not going to grow, maximizing agent CRM to grow your business. That's a very broad request. I would say maximize agent CRM to handle client retention, maximize agent CRM to handle new lead generation, maximize agent CRM to handle what would be another topic, Alex? Um,
I would s
Bookings,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
bookings. Mhm.
Like
Yep.
pick one thing, realize what is the pain point in your business. And maybe that's a hot tip to start the day with. I would love to know as I'm blabbing on here, throw in the chat box, what is your pain point right now? What
Mhm.
is an area that we can maybe dive into? And we'll kind of coach around unearthing some problems. And I'm going to say up front, some people uh, tell us what you think the problem is, but I'm also going to say
Mhm.
sometimes when we see here's what people want to learn about, AI is a hot topic. Like 2023, 24, the past 2 years, it's been a buzz. It's super exciting. Chat GPT, the future is here. The robots are coming. Yes, it's super exciting, but for some of you, that is not what you need to focus on. There's like a very
Mhm.
basic functional CRM understanding that you have as a foundation. Then you add AI on. So kind of
Yeah.
take that and process like what do I actually need? Shiny toys,
Mhm.
exciting, awesome, but what is actually going to help me grow? And we're getting some feedback already in the chat box, so I'll stop
Yeah.
talking here.
That's a great point, Will. One of the things that, as a small business owner, no matter what industry you're in, it's all about how can I create a system that works first. That's the first step in building a successful business is first I need to create a system that's working. Then the question becomes, how can I do that system at a more efficient pace? And
Hmm.
then the question becomes, how can I delegate that system so that I no longer have to do it? And so with AI, when people come to us and say, I want AI to work in my business, that's awesome. And we have some great systems that we've set up inside the branding bundles that you can apply AI to, like booking appointments. But for
Yeah.
some things, applying AI to your business is you jumping a little bit ahead. Like, so AI is a very powerful tool to take a system that you've already got in place and to delegate that system to AI. But if you do not already have a system in place that is working for you, that you have tested, proven, and
Hmm.
understand that you know how it works, adding AI is actually detrimental. And the reason it is because now you're giving AI very broad instructions and you're not able to tell it, you're not able to give it the parameters that AI needs. In this stage where we're at in AI, we're recording this in December 6th, 2024. In this stage, the AI tools that are out there and the ones that we've got implemented inside of Agent CRM, they need the more instructions that you can give it, the better, because Agent AI, unless you tell it, like, here are the policies that, I'm able to help with, here's some questions that, you can answer and you feed it information. If you don't
Yeah.
give it that information, it will not answer the way that you want it to. And so
Yeah.
it was this, I saw this in a different group. And then we'll talk a little bit more about AI because Ray has some specific questions. I saw this in a
Yeah.
different group on Facebook. Somebody plugged AI into his text messaging, and it was another CRM, not Agent CRM. And he was like, I've been told that AI is going to help me book appointments. And what ended up happening was he just plugged in this AI, didn't give it a lot of parameters. Honestly, he probably wasn't given good instructions, Will. So let's give the agent the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt here. And he did give it the right calendar, but man, that AI was just going off the rails. Like it was answering questions related to insurance products that, he wasn't offering. It was advising people to set up calls with him about insurance products that he didn't have. I mean, it
Yeah.
was a complete disaster because he didn't give it enough instructions. And so to plug AI into your business, you got to have a system, and then you got to teach AI, here's the system I want you to follow. When you do that, AI
Yeah.
becomes a cheat code to growing and scaling your business at a rapid pace. And so with that in mind, we saw some specific questions from Ray. I think we should dive into some of those.
Yeah, I want to tag on one thing here related to training AI. This is also just employees in general. Some of
Yes.
you have VAs, some of you have employees or past employees who you're really frustrated with right now. And I'm going to tell you, it could be that you're the problem. Now, I'm trying to be gentle. I'm trying to be loving in how I communicate that. But so many times I've seen in business, it's the same with AI as it is with a person. You might get the new employee, you might plug in the AI and it doesn't perform to your standards, and you think that it's what sucks, but you haven't given any training. You haven't given any
Mhm.
instructions. You haven't onboarded your AI.
Yeah.
Imagine onboarding an AI just like you would an employee or an employee. You got to give them training. You got to
Right.
help set them up for success and consider if it's an AI issue that is struggling. Maybe you're really disappointed with how AI is engaging with your clients or your VA. Like, are you setting them up for success? It's the exact same thing. The only difference is AI is a great option to scale your business because you don't have to necessarily budget for an actual person. Like, we don't
Mm.
charge for the monthly AI. There is no AI GPT fee that we tag on. We as a company actually absorb the cost of the AI um, function. You're just paying for the carrier fees to deliver the message. Um, However, let's just answer those questions about AI or buying AI services.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, Alex, are we going to dive into like AI masterclass today? Maybe. We'll see where this
Hey, yeah, it
conversation
might
goes.
go that direction. Maybe that's something, just as a note, Will, I think that's something we should go
Yeah,
over Monday
yeah.
or Friday next week. It's just AI. Just talk about AI.
Geek out on it. But let's
Yeah.
cover here. The question is, do I need additional AI or buy additional AI services? So hopefully I answered part of the question.
Mhm.
Agent AI is included with every single Agent CRM account. That's the engine. That's the brains or the
Mhm.
functional capacity to use the AI is included. There is no extra cost.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there
And
is
when it
actually a
comes to what it
course.
can do, oh yeah, sorry, Will. Yep, there is a
Yep.
course. There's a course on how to set it all up. What
Support
Agent AI can
options,
do.
training videos.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. We need like a talking stick. When Will and I are in the same room, like we never talk over each other. But when you're on Zoom, it's like, wait, like who's doing it? Who's doing it? But so when it comes to Agent AI, what it can do really well is it can book appointments because it's fully and completely integrated into your Agent CRM account. And so it can read your calendar.
Yeah.
It can even read like the conversation that you've had with that person up to that point. So when Agent AI responds, it's not trying to figure out like, wait, what am I talking to, Ray about? Like it knows, oh, here's what we've talked about. It sees the conversation. So there's some very quick setup things that you got to do in there. But once that part is set up, then it can book appointments for you. Now, what I recommend doing, let's talk about the difference between spending time setting something up or spending money to get somebody else to set it up. What I recommend doing is spending a little bit of money and having us set up your Agent AI, because then we can train it on the products you have. We can do the setup. We can run tests. We can integrate it into all your social media channels, your Agent CRM number. Like we can do all that for you. So that way it's set up and ready to rock and roll right out of the gate. Now, if you want to spend your time, totally cool. Our Agent AI training course actually walks through all that stuff. It's just going to take a while because
Yeah.
there's a lot of pieces to tie in. So we've got it set up. We've got it so that it's ready to be integrated. You just got to tie all the pieces and build the bridges, so to speak, so that Agent AI can then work for you at its maximum capacity. So, but what
Yeah.
Agent AI can do is respond to your texts, your social media messages that come in. It can respond to comments that come in on your social media posts, which is really cool. It can schedule appointments for you, and it can answer some support queries that come in. Now, the support queries, I recommend giving your agent AI some clear boundaries on what not to say, right? Like you do not want it to ask questions about what's included in my policy or what's the price. Like it has no idea because it doesn't have access to that information. So when you're setting up your agent AI, you want to give it those type of rules so that it's not getting you in trouble.
Yeah, and just to drop some foundational knowledge for AI, there's this term called prompt design or prompt engineering. A prompt is a rule that you give the bot. It could be
Mhm.
things like, hey, AI, when someone asks about this, always respond in this manner. Hey, AI, when
Mhm.
someone does this, tell them this. Um, hey, I want you to be friendly and a little bit um, humorous, but
Yeah,
still professional. So
I
it's
love the
it's the
tone.
responses, it's the tone, the personality. If you're saying, "Hey, I want my personality to be reflected," I'm not trying to trick people into thinking that it's a real person, but I want my values and my tone and my personality to be represented in how the bot engages.